Okay. Hello again. I don't know if you know, but I have serious trouble with my PC, and it's honestly very lucky that we've come this far without ever having it cut out on me during a stream yet. You know, that was gonna happen at some point. I apologize. So, back into it. Okay. And I think we're trying to come up with a response to that. What I'm going to do is I'll let the AI try again now that we've got a clear space at the bottom. Okay, this is a better response. Yes, Kay says. You can hear the quaver in his voice. It's the most scared you've ever seen him. I'm afraid I can't help you, the demon says. Okay, so that's, like, workable. I'm seeing the viewers return. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for everyone to be kicked from the stream or for my PC to cut out. I'm very, very sorry. But welcome back. Tefrak says, don't worry, it happens to every streamer I know. Well, that's reassuring. I have a problem with this PC where sometimes I have to restart it, like, not an exaggeration, 30 times in the morning before I can get it to load and stay on for more than 5 minutes, and it still might randomly cut out at any point, so it's just like, whew, it's honestly very good to have come this far without it being an issue. Okay, so it's going to put my part in, and then it's probably going to immediately give an AI update. So let's... We just need to know what these bindings say. You swallow your fear and hold out your arms, where the inscriptions circle your wrists. Kay rubs his wrists, then does the same. They're an embryo, I think, you say. Or certainly that was what Tyrek told you, though she had every reason to lie. Then the AI says... Still, the symbols are a weird sort of spiral that doesn't look like anything you've seen before. The demon steps forward and runs a claw over the symbols. You expect her to bleed you, but instead she just stares at the markings. Okay, I might edit that a little bit because that's kind of interesting. I don't really get, you expect her to bleed you? Like, I know a lot of fantasy books use kind of, it just seems out of place. I don't know. Small amount of editing. It's not a spiral. Whew. She, isn't it? I shouldn't be caring that much about any of this, but she runs a core of symbols. Symbols, they aren't really symbols, it's just a script. Okay. So we've edited it to still the bindings are certainly a script and not one you know. It is as likely to be embryal as anything else as far as you know. The demon steps forward, steps light in spite of her enormous size. You tense but hold still, fighting the urge to flee. She runs a claw over the bindings. You expect the claws to break the skin and grit your teeth in preparation, but the touch is feather light. She stares at the markings. Okay, and then we'll have the AI go again. The bindings reappeared after Kay reminded Law of the situation, I believe. I think it was like she was not paying attention, like she was not seeing them even though they were there, kind of thing. Alright. Go again, AI. I don't blame you for not following it. I'm struggling to follow it. I have to reread previous episodes before I come on because I just don't know what's happening. To recognize the dialect? Yes, these are embryal, all right, she says. I don't recognize the dialect, but the script is definitely embryal. So you can read it, Kay says. Now, we came here because demons speak embryal. It's not a would it be a dialect if it's written? I suppose maybe. I'm gonna try it again. I don't feel like this is really advancing anything. Yes, this is embryal. It's old. Older than even me. I can't tell you what it says, though. Old embryal was never my strong suit. She smiles at you. Yeah, we can do something with that. What a useless demon lady, says Florin. Yeah, absolutely. Teferax says, poor dragon isn't very good at maintaining tension. It really is not. AI Dungeon's idea of tension is something attacks you, and if you don't want something to attack you, it's just like, well, I guess everything's fine and nothing really, it just works out. Oh, hi Fixato. Welcome back. My stream broke earlier. That was upsetting. I don't know if you were here for that. Fixatus is sexual tension, however, yeah. It is very keen on sexy times. Chimerical girls, hello! They say, oh, thought it was just us having trouble with Twitch. Nope, my PC shut down. I streamed for like, I don't know, was it 10 minutes? And then just cut out. I had to start the whole stream over again. It happens. I mean, it happens to me several times a day, but I was hoping it wouldn't happen on stream. Teferax says, introduces scary thing. Scary thing is immediately smiling and providing academic world building. Yeah! Yeah. Yeah. We'll see if we can bring some more of the threat back into it. I don't know. This is why I was trying to describe it as being scary, because I thought maybe then it would, you know, like, it could pick up on that, but no. Florence says, who is that writer that says if you don't know what to write next, have a man with a gun enter the room? I don't know. I've heard that before as well. I can't remember who said it. I don't think it's great writing advice. The AI Dungeon is all about it. Raymond Chandler, Fizato. Ah. Oh, hi, Story Dragon. I really hope that the Twitch mobile app doesn't use too much data. Oh, I don't know. Hopefully not, but it is video, so eesh. I would be wary. I don't know how to bring any of this in. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. Any of this. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna carry on and see what the AI does, because I just don't know anymore. The AI doesn't know what to say? You glance at Kay. You find it galling to think that you came here for nothing. But the demon already said she didn't want to help you with Tyrek, and something about her smile makes you feel like she's not telling the truth. However, you don't feel comfortable calling out a demon with claws as long as your forearm on her lies. And the AI goes, I don't know. So, Whew. Thanks for all offering the advice, chat, to Story Dragon. It's helpful. I guess I'm writing the next bit too, if the AI doesn't know what to say. don't know. I just don't know. You're a demon, Kay says. His voice barely trembles, but then he has much less to fear from a demon than you assume. Come now. We both know you're knowledgeable on many ancient things, including old Imbriel, or why else would Weston have summoned you? You look between the two, not sure what's coming next. The demon cants her head to one side and flexes her claws, though whether idly or out of a desire to attack you, you can't tell. Then the AI says, Kay looks over at you. We could force her, he whispers. I'm not sure if my magic is powerful enough to control a demon, but I should be able to bind her long enough for you to grab the book. There's no book! There's no book! Why are we binding even more people? Weston summons the demon. The demon binds Kay to Weston. Weston binds us also to Weston, using the magic from the demon who is also bound to... We can't do this, AI Dungeon. No more bindings. Too many bindings. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna retry that. Also, I love the idea that there's like a demon hulking, enormous, leaning over you, being quite polite, but is clearly capable of taking you apart. And you just whisper to the person next to you, even though they're just right in front of you, like, oh, we could probably take her. Like, what? Whispers aren't magically inaudible. I feel like that's a thing people really need to remember when they're writing things. Especially you, AA Dungeon. I'm talking to you. Kay goes on. So you must have seen something. Some hint as to what this says. You never thought you'd agree with the demon, but on this matter, you do. No, that makes less sense, AI Dungeon. On what matter? Or does it think Kay's a demon again? It does do that a lot. In spite of it being in the world info. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just retry. What? But you see, the thing about demons is that we're not so nice after all, she says simply. I never agreed to help you. With those words, she leaps forward and slashes her claws across your chest. The thing about demons is that we're not so nice after all. What? Was anyone thinking demons were nice? I feel like only AI Dungeon was thinking that. I'm gonna go again. I don't know how much we're gonna write this stream. I know what you're doing, he says. Sure. Go again. The demon looks at him blankly, then cants her head again, this time in a gesture that seems to imply she's listening. Kay continues. Go again, AI Dungeon, you're on a roll. This is almost making sense. Just carry on. Nope. That was too many. You're trying to tell us that Tyrek lied, that he never contacted you. The demon sits down on the edge of the coffin and props her chin in one hand. I told you I can't help you. What? What? No, I don't want that. We'll undo that one, and then I'll just continue on from here, I guess. I said, I don't know what he... I don't know. You made up that I know what you're doing. I don't... Chimerical Girls So, AI Dungeon wanted a demon so badly, but now that it has a demon, it has no idea what to do with it. Yes, that is definitely the case. And unfortunately, I didn't want a demon, and I also have no idea what to do with it. Alright. Fixato says, was he supposed to be Tyrek again? I think it's meant to be Kay this time. So AI Dungeon is a cat? AI Dungeon is maybe a little bit cat-like. Yeah, cats often get themselves into situations they don't know what to deal with. Alright. I don't know. I just don't know. I feel like I'm going mad. I don't know. I don't know. Kay continues. You're as bound as we are, aren't you? I assumed she'd made a deal to set you loose here, but you haven't lifted a claw against us. Kay shakes his head. Useless. I don't know why I bothered. The demon hisses, spittle hitting you in the face. Kay? You say, panic rising. The AI adds. It just loves. Okay. Yes, that was a mistake. I should have known better than to try to give you an out. There's no reasoning with you. You're a slave to your nature and a slave to the whims of your master. Kay. I don't know why, it just really loves the word slave. I guess that word must come up a lot in fantasy. If it was trained a lot on lots of different fantasy books. It's not terminology I'm super into, to be honest with you. Let's retry that. Didn't really make sense. Doesn't really make sense. What the heck did you say to her? What the heck? I don't take orders from you, boy, she rumbles. And I won't let some mortal lay claim on me. She roars then, a noise that shakes your bones. Tefarak says... Trained on a Terry Goodkind box set. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We'll retry that again just because it just doesn't also... I like the rise in the tension, but it just didn't really... Grove? You can feel the temperature in the grove rising. You're right, of course. I'm an idiot to try and tell a demon anything. He shakes his head. Are we finished here? This is a demon yelling at us. We're in a grove now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and edit this. Oh, excuse me. Tefrock says, the idea of a warm crypt is pleasingly alarming. Oh god, let's not even try and think about that. Oh my goodness. The smell. No. I don't know, that doesn't even really work, but I'm just gonna carry on. AI dungeon, I don't know what you're doing, we're just gonna carry on. Fixato says, well, I feel sorry for the missus, as it started snowing pretty badly again and she has to walk home still. Oh no. Oh, hope she doesn't have too long of a journey. Florin says you could try adding small generic sentences until AI finds something relatively substantial. Maybe. I feel like when I give it a simple prompt, it's the most likely to just say something completely random in response. But that might not be true. Okay. Sure. You're right, of course. It would be foolish to enrage a demon, unless that demon is utterly cowed and controlled by a mortal mage. He shakes his head. Are we finished here? The demon draws herself up. The shadow that makes up her form flare on the edges with licks of flame, I don't know. She leans forward and roars, jaw unhinging so wide that she could easily swallow your entire head. You cower away from her, but Kay stands still, arms crossed. She doesn't bite or scratch or do anything at all to harm you. Panting, she continues to loom over you, hands clenching and unclenching. You press a hand to your chest, trying to manage your panic as you realize Kay is right. For whatever reason, this demon cannot harm you. Okay, we're gonna go again. And if the AI is still confused, we're gonna try Floren's plan of short sentences. She can't hurt me, you say to Kay, not sure if he realizes this is his idea. He looks at you in surprise. The demon snarls and looks away. Right, well, I suppose congratulations are in order. Try again. What? I am Kishak. I am your servant. You are my new master. What would you have of me? She asks, bowing her head low. Kay smiles. What? No! No, that's not how any of this works. Nope. We'll go it again. You just want more bindings. You love masters. You love bindings. You love demons. Alright. Let's go, Kay says. You take a deep breath and nod. You move to stand, but suddenly the demon is in your face, hand outstretched to hold you down. Oh, that seems more interesting. Teferac says dragon wants a clearly defined hierarchy. Yes! Yeah, clearly it does. Alright, that seems okay. I don't know why you would... Why would he... Sure, we would just carry on. It's, you know, we'll just say yes. What's it gonna add? What? You freeze, knelt at her feet. No, you're not. You want me to help you with the mage, dear? She asks. You nod cautiously. I'll help you with the mage. Then we're getting rid of this one. She wants to kill Kay. Sure. Don't know. Did you know this is the 7th? This is the 7th co-writing with AA Dungeon. I can't believe we've gotten this far, but also, oh my goodness, I just don't know anymore. I really don't. I don't know why the demon was gonna pin us in place if the demon's doing. Sure. You freeze. You want me to help you with the mage, dear? She asks. You nod cautiously. I'll help you with the mage. Then we're getting rid of this one. Kay makes a disgusted sound. Of course you will. So what do our bindings say? You take a half step back. The demon lowers her arm, allowing you the space. I am not permitted to translate, the demon says, almost petulant. But there is a way to find out. And I'm going to let the AI go next. She reaches for you and you let her take your hand. Okay. It's cool to the touch, like holding a slippery fish in your palm. We just need to see, she says. That's so weird. I love like holding a slippery fish in your palm. It was so unexpected. She has literal fire coming off of her. It's like really warm in here right now in this creepy crypt. But I love that. I just like the idea. You just like touch like a horrifying monster and it's just like, just like a fish. Bit slippery. I mean, it could be right. It could be really good at the right context, but it just feels very random here. But we are going to retry. We just need to see. Yeah, we're retrying that. What? She holds her hand out to you. Give me your hand, she commands. You shake your head. If I can touch you, then we were meant to unbind each other. No. Chimerical Girl says, just like a slippery fish made of fire and hate. Yeah, slippery fish. They're quintessential nightmares that are made of flame and shadow. Fixacha says, what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try again. How, you ask? It doesn't know what to keep doing. Sure. Go again. The demon leans in, eyes flaring red. A blood price, she says, her voice almost a purr. She looks you over, lingering on your throat. Just a little blood, and I can tell what we need to. I mean, I think she can already tell what she's just not allowed to tell us. I'm gonna retry again. We perform the binding ritual again. You look at Kay. He's rolled his eyes so far back into his head that all you can see is the whites. I mean, that's terrifying. I know this is a thing people write sometimes. Like, it's one of those, it's kind of a cliche, but I find that idea terrifying. And then you're getting rid of me? Yes, she says. Oh. Like, genuinely, if I'm talking to someone and they roll their eyes so far back into their head that it's entirely white, I would be creeped out. But it's, like, never used in that kind of context of, like, oh, wow, he can, like, really roll his eyes far back. It's like, gosh, he's so sarcastic. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm just... Okay. I don't think I want that either. I'm gonna do I'm gonna undo that, and I'll continue this. By the way, we're at 3 p.m., which means we have half an hour left. And look, we've made it 43 minutes now without the stream crashing, so pretty good. Weren't we trying to go to the library earlier and then the AI wanted to go somewhere else? I was trying to go to the library. I'm gonna decide a thing AI dungeon and I wanted a library. I don't know, magic book, whatever. Sure. There's a book in the Great Library, she says. It gives the reader the ability to read any language for a time. I can tell you what it's called and where in the Great Library it is kept. But in return, you must swear that you will break my binding as well. And then the AI says, I'll do it, you say immediately. The demon nods and leans in to whisper the name of the book and the location in the library. She pulls back and looks at you expectantly. I'm sorry, I just find that really funny because it's like the AI is like, I don't want to have to come up with that. She whispers it. Let's try again. I feel like we can do better. I don't have to do that, you say. You're in no position to bargain, pray, the demon says. Swear to free me from this binding and I will help you. Teferax, it me writing, then go to place X and get thing that I'll figure out why it's important later. Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely. AI Dungeon's looking at its notes and going, I haven't come up with that yet. I'll later, placeholder. Okay. I'm gonna try again. Chimerical Girl says calling you prey seems like a great way to convince you to release those bindings. Yeah, honestly. It just seems like out of context, like really out of context as well. Like, the demon literally can't touch us right now. Or like can't, fight us. Kata! Hello! Welcome back. Things have been wild. You look to Kay, who shrugs. It's worth a look, he says. Fine, the demon says. I'm gonna write another sentence because I just don't feel like we're getting great stuff out of this. Hang on. Fine, the demon says is absolutely no good. Fixati says, but the AI is so good at coming up with names. Yeah, it's great. Names, it's got like an internal name generator, clearly. But it has no, it just doesn't want to generate plot. Unless that's a demon plot. If it's demons, it knows exactly what to do. Well, if it's adding demons, I don't think it knows what to do with it once it gets them. I want the AI to generate the book. I'm leaving it a space. It's gonna do it. Didn't Kay teleport you to the crypt rather than courtyard rather than the crypt? Yes. No, I absolutely did think that, but also it just doesn't seem like a necessary distinction, so I'm not going to bother. Okay. You look to Kay, who shrugs. If we must, he says. The library, you say. In spite of your fear, in spite of the rising temperature in the crypt and the horrible, musty smell it's creating, you feel a twinge of frustration. If Kay hadn't teleported you to this crypt earlier, your plan had already been to go to the Great Library. Kay, however, looks completely unrepentant. Where is it then? You ask the demon. The book is called... And I want the AI to say what it is. If this doesn't work, maybe directly ask the AI what the book is called. I mean, that's... language. And it's kept on the third lowest floor of the library. I trust you can find it from there. That's not... Language. The book is called... Language. No, just try again. Language. Original. It should be near the front of the Solicitor shelf. It sounds so like run of the mill. Teferax's Language Demon Edition 2nd. I'm gonna try again. Why is it so important that it's just called language? I really thought it might come up with something. Surely generating book names is the kind of thing it'll be good at. Nope. Language common. That's very helpful. Oh, sorry. Language common, and it's kept on the second shelf of the non-fiction section in a red notebook. That's very helpful, Kay says. You turn your attention back to the demon. So what now? You ask the demon. Okay, I don't think the AI can handle this. I'm gonna generate the book name. And then I'm gonna let the AI do something. Hey, chat, do you want to name the book? The book that lets you, like, Dungeons and Dragons comprehend language? Any thoughts? I'm open to suggestions. I don't want to generate it. Oh my goodness. Chimerical Girl says, kind of really like the idea of this immensely powerful tome being a ratty old thing that nobody would blink twice at. Teferax says it's the Babelography. Colgate and Tap says, book. Hi, Colgate and Tap, welcome back. Yes, that is about the level that we're getting right now. I'm gonna call it the Babelography. You've got it, Teferax. Why not? See, Chimerical Girls appreciates Babelography. It's just a good suggestion. I'm so sorry. Hey, it was 100 times better than anything the AI Dungeon was giving me. And Kaliad says use the longer prompt. The book has strange name. Oh, okay. Oh, next time I'll do that. Thank you. I hadn't thought of that. And welcome to the chat. I know you've been here before, but welcome. I'm just gonna have the demon leave now because, like, I know the demon's just gonna be with us forever if I don't. Lauren says, wait, shouldn't you break her binding first? That is no longer in the canon. That was one of their suggestions, the AI suggestions. Instead, the agreement is so we're not going to be able to break the demon's bindings until we know what the magic, like what the binding is. So I think the idea is that we'll have to come back and break the demon's bindings. I'm just gonna go with it. I don't want to dwell. Oh. Teferac says, us. Ooh, an exciting climactic heist versus a bunch of magical librarians. AI dungeon. Ooh, a chance to introduce 100 new people, each with their own name. Yes, absolutely. Okay, well, let's as I run the thing, I'll read it out to you, and then we'll see what the AI does. You look to Kay, who shrugs. If we must, he says. The library, you say, in spite of your fear, in spite of the rising temperature. I've already read this before, I'm sorry. In the crypt and the horrible musty smell it's creating, you feel a twinge of frustration. If Kay hadn't teleported you to this crypt earlier, your plan had already been to go to the great library. Kay, however, looks completely unrepentant. Where is it then? You ask the demon. The book is called Babelography, but it is well hidden and magically guarded. The librarians have much magic at their disposal. You'll find it in the vault at the top of the library tower. How you get access is up to you. With that, the demon melts back into the shadow, as suddenly as she had first appeared. For a moment, all you can make out is the lingering light of her red eyes, until that too has faded. Babelography, you say. Sorry. You glance at Kay. Can you get us to the Great Library? This has become like such a dungeon crawling kind of book, which is not the kind of thing I write. But I just don't know how else to make things happen in a way that the AA dungeon knows what's going on. But it's not been too bad, all things considered. Of course, he says. Although I was planning on heading there eventually. We can go now if you like. No, that's fine, you say. I was going there anyway. Perfect, he smiles. No! Just no to all of that AI dungeon. That was really bad. He looks distinctly unimpressed. You're not seriously considering this fool's errand. You're the one who brought me here, you say, through gritted teeth. I wouldn't have needed your help if you hadn't. I know that makes sense, although they got Kay's tone right. Go again. Go again, AI Dungeon. I believe in you. Okay, we're teleporting. You're just directly into books, I guess. Kay nods, waving his hand. You feel a jerk behind your navel and the room around you vanishes, replaced by towering shelves of books. Yeah, alright. Go again, go again. Do you know what's happening now? Oh, we have some people here, like Florin and Inkeliad, who know how AI Dungeon works. How does pinning work? What should I pin so that the AI knows what we're doing right now? Because I haven't really been able to use pin yet. I've used world info. I should probably actually add the demon to world info. I'll do that off stream. But I don't know how pinning works. So if anyone has any advice on how to use pinning, I would appreciate that. because all I ever read about it is you use pin to pin important information so that the AI remembers it, but I don't know what kind of information, like, I should do I pin like a sentence, or like I don't really know how it works. Anyway, I think pinning basically makes AI read pinned text every time. Interesting. So wait, do I write it in here, or what should AI remember? Oh, okay. Style it. Okay. Sure, maybe that will work. I just wish I knew what I'm doing. Okay. The AI says, oops, hang on. Nope. Okay. The AI says, you're in a library, although not quite the one you were in before. We were never in a library before. You're now in the reserve section where books waiting to be restored and researched are kept. Fixato says, K, is a male Fae magically bound to you? Something like that, perhaps? I mean, I have that in World Info. And he's not bound to us. He's bound to Tyrek. I wanted to know kind of what we're doing right now. It's interesting how it just, like, tells you information, like, you're in the reserve section. Like, I don't know where you would... Like, do you see a sign that says that? How do you just know? But I guess that's just kind of how it works. I'm going to have it go again. Huh? Teferax is the unmistakable reserve section smell. Oh, you're right. What was I thinking? It's obviously that. The smell. The AI says, you're alone and Kay is nowhere to be seen. You begin to call out to him, but catch yourself. The librarians have already shown they're not to be trifled with, if one of the defiances can be believed. Are we in a library-themed dystopia? I love library-themed dystopias. Not relevant. If one of the defiances can be believed. You are now. Yeah. I like the idea of Kay not being here. That raises the tension. I'm... Okay. Teferax says also that you can't make noise or bring the wrath of the librarians down upon you. Yeah, do you know what? We will include that. God, it says, don't Glukowski's Metro novels also have something about librarians who are not to be trifled with? Oh, loads of stories do. Writers are quite keen on librarians. I've read a little bit of the Invisible Library series by Genevieve Cogman, and that's got some fun magical library dystopia elements. and like the magical librarians who are also like into planar like spies. And then there's I think it's Rachel Kane's Paper and Fire series. Is that the first one, or is the first one Ink and Bone? I can't remember. It's like a world where it's a library dystopia where the library of Alexandria never burned down and it like rules the world. It's very weird. It's good. Chimerical Girls. Libraries with hearts around it. Yes, absolutely. Library stories are wonderful and I love them and the libraries are great. Let's see. Oh, and of course the librarians in Gothnix's Lyriel, which is like one of my favoriteest ever books. I'm gonna try a prompt. Please describe the library. Maybe this will work. Okay, so you're alone and Kay is nowhere to be seen. You begin to call out to him but catch yourself. The demon warned you that the librarians are powerful, and it doesn't sound like they will be keen to part with babelography. Leaving a laugh every time. Also, it seems wrong to yell in the library, and invoking even the wrath of an unmagical librarian gives you pause. You look around, trying to get your bearings. You didn't expect Kay to drop you in the middle of the great library alone. And then I've got a prompt here I'm hoping it will use, which is the library is full of strange something. And Kellyanne says, let you rant a little. The air dungeon is great when generating rants. Okay. I've never seen that before. That would be fun. I don't know that ranting is appropriate in this exact moment, but I'll bear that in mind because it does sound really fun. What? The library is full of strange magical lights, and you're sure that some of them are watching you. You remember the demon's warning and decide to keep your hands in plain sight at all times. You don't want to risk attracting the attention of the librarians, wherever they might be. What? Okay. That's unexpected, but I'm not unhappy. Let's try a little rant, because I just want to see Encaliad. Let's... trying to come up with a prompt that works. I just want to see what this is. I might just delete it, but I just want to see. Did it do anything? It's thinking. What? You begin to search. Mentally, you rant at Kay. Good. He assured you that he'd be able to find Tyrik's book. Good. And he failed. Good. Of course, he assured you that he could easily bring you directly into the presence of Westfield. But what can you do? Westfield? No. That was fun. I'm gonna undo these, but... Okay, hang on. What's like a good prompt line for like generating books? What was it that you said earlier? I'm just gonna see what it does, and then I'll edit it. We're at the end of the stream. We can have some. You begin to search. You have no idea which part of the library you're in, and you fear asking a librarian to find out. The books around you are on such a variety of topics that you find it hard to know what section it is. The books have strange names, such as Unwitherable Williams and A Treatise on the Influence of Osiris on the Surgical Technique of the Ancients. You don't know whether such arcane volumes will help you. Oh my goodness. I'm keeping this. What? Chimerical says, OMG AI Dungeon is kind of great at generating tiles all of a sudden. I was Encaliad. Was it Encaliad or was it Florin? I think it was Encaliad. No, yeah, it was. Said, use the prompt, the book has a strange name. So I kind of mimicked that prompt here. And it did come up with books. Fixate says, so it can come up with that, but when asked for a book of translation, it comes up with language. Yes! The forbidden knowledge is Teferax. I'm out of a job, right? Unwitherable Williams. Oh, okay. No, this is wonderful. In fact, I'm going to end the stream here just because I think that's fantastic. I need to work out which prompts in which situations get the AI to come up with the best stuff, because honestly, I love this kind of thing. Thank you very much for coming along. I'm sorry that we had the technical difficulties earlier whereby my PC decided it was done. I'll make sure I stitch those together for the YouTube video, so it's not too divided up. Thank you for the help, and yeah, this has been strange, and I'm excited about next session's story time when we will explore the library full of dangerous, mean librarians. All right, bye everyone.